Hi guys, praise Jesus. It's Jane Chuguna here, and guys, I'm back again. Thank you for your time and thank you for listening to me. Today I'll just continue with my weaning video. I've done part 1, and part 1 I've covered basically basic types of utensils you can get for your young one. And today I'll just discuss few types of foods you should try out for your baby. And basic things I should mention is that one, weaning is, definition of weaning is introduction of solid foods to your young one, and this starts from 6 months. For the first 6 months, the baby should exclusively breastfeed. After 6 months, you should not stop breastfeeding them. You should not complement weaning with breastfeeding. You continue breastfeeding, and weaning, you just introduce solid foods. Yeah.
Mommy, did you finish? Did you finish?
Okay, it's finishing, and then I put for you. So when you start introducing solid foods to your baby, you have to be patient with their young one. You have to understand them. It's a new process both for them, even for their digestive system. So you have to be slow. You have to be moderate. Don't exaggerate. Just be slow. With time, it will come out well and it will be perfect. So basic things, when you start introducing your food, please remember the food should not be too hot and neither too cold. Just let it be moderate, ikuwe hapo tu katikati, in such a way it won't burn when it's too hot, and also when it's too cold. It's not healthy for your baby. Where is the monster truck? There. He has a monster truck. So guys, Israel just distracted me. So just be patient with your young one and understand them. And as I mentioned, the food should not be too hot and not too cold. It's not healthy on both ways. And for the first few weeks, just blend food for your baby. And please guys, we have to come out of this thing of sieving food juu ya kichungi. Unachukua kichungi, una mash food hapo juu. So whatever is up on the kichungi you throw away, and whatever goes down is what you feed the baby. That is not right, because you throw away so much that is very important. So it's important you blend, and when you're blending, don't make the food to be so thin. Yani iko tu maji. Just blend like few seconds. Just blend few seconds. At least the food should be a bit thick when you're blending, and that is for the first few weeks. After the first few weeks, you've tested and the kid and the digestive system of the baby, it has adapted well to the food. Then you start mashing, and when you mash, ensure when you're cooking, the food has some good amount of the soup, so that when you blend, it won't be so hard. And when you blend, when you mash, don't make it so soft. Ikuwe tu hapo katikati. So it has to have some good amount of soup. And also guys, remember, when you're weaning your baby, always ensure you hydrate them. They should take food after every meal, and the intake of water should be as frequent as possible. It's important for your young one to hydrate, for their skin, for their digestive system. Water is important. Just as it is important for you, it's also important for the young one. So guys, something else about weaning is proteins. Proteins is the biggest cause of allergy for young ones. So when you're introducing your proteins, just be moderate, just be slow, take your time. And especially for the animal proteins, more especially eggs and milk, they have very high chances of causing allergies to your young one. So like for an egg, you have to boil it, and you boil it so that you can give them the yolk. They are not supposed to take the white part of an egg. You give them the yolk. When they take the white part when they are 1 year old plus. That's when you introduce the white part of an egg. For the cow milk, always test. When you start weaning, it's important to also add the cow milk. It's also healthy. So you can give the cow milk during the day and also at night when they're going to bed. It's also good. So you have to test. Just test. If your kid reacts to the cow milk, just wait until they are 1 year. If they don't react good, you can start giving them the cow milk as from when they start weaning, 8 months, 9 months, when they start weaning, and you notice they are not waking up so much at night to breastfeed, then you can give them the cow milk. But if they wake up so many times to breastfeed, then just breastfeed them, because also your breast milk is also nutritious and it's also important. So I'll just share a basic type of meal you can give, you can cook for your young one. You can start with, maybe for the first few weeks, just start with a starch, a carbohydrate, and a vegetable, and you have to blend them. So you can always do a combination of waru, malenge. You cook the waru, malenge. You can do a sweet potato, and then carrots, and then a spinach. And then you cook that, and then you blend. And as I mentioned, don't make it too thin, and don't let it be a bit thick. Yes, now when they, after the first few weeks, when you test and see the kid has well adapted to the solid foods, then you can introduce the plant proteins. You can start with kamande. Examples of kamande, beans, dengu. You can start with that. At least that's what I've given my young one. I'm not sure of any other plant protein I ever gave my kid. What is it called? Minji is good, but minji, the outer cover, maybe minji when they are a bit old. Because minji, you notice the outer cover at times in a baki. And that might, there are some kids who are so fast in eating, it might cause them to choke. So it's basically, personally, I would advise kamande, bosho, dengu. Those are very good. Even when you mash them, they mash so well. So that's a typical example. Waru, ngwashe, malenge, carrots, spinach, and kamande. You can always substitute ngwashe with ndoma. That food is so sweet for your young one. And also ensure to put a small pinch of salt, at least for taste. Yes. So you can always combine as they continue growing. You can always add fish, animal proteins like fish, minced meat, sausages for their breakfast, as a snack for them. Maybe when you're going to church, you can carry a snack for them like yogurt and sausage or smoky. So for breakfast ideas, you can always try out uji. Uji is also healthy and it is very important. You can also try out things like milk. You can give them a combination of a scone and or bread and milk. Uji is also good. Once in a while, you can do them cornflakes or Weetabix, but that should not be as frequent as possible. That should be once in a while. You can also do them that. You can also, for breakfast ideas, you can always boil ndoma. You blend them together. You mash them together with milk and put a pinch of sugar for taste. They will love it. You can always blend yogurt and guashe. Those are just breakfast ideas. It doesn't have to be uji all the time, but you have to cook uji, because during the day there's a time, like maybe in the mid-morning, 10 a.m. tea break, you can give them uji. 4 p.m. give them uji. So you can't exempt uji from your baby's diet. Uji is very important. You can also, for breakfast ideas, blend them fruit juices to take that for breakfast, after they have breastfed. If they are not breastfeeding, just do those types of breakfast ideas I've shared with you. And they're not just limited to that. There are so many. And always ensure, guys, when you're weaning, you have a meal plan. It's very important. Get a timetable for your young one, so that you don't confuse, you're not stranded, you find yourself repeating foods now and then. There are a variety of foods: spaghetti, rice and beans, rice and minced meat. When you're doing the minced and when you're doing the spaghetti, always ensure you cut them into small pieces. because when they are so big, they might choke the kid because they are not able to chew them well, and then they are so long, they might reach the gut of the upper inaweza mnyonga. So cut them into small manageable pieces for your young one. That way it will be easy for you to feed them. Get all these combinations. Always make sure you're combining foods for your kid. There's a carbohydrate. Ensure you get as many as possible, and always ensure there's a protein and a vegetable, because I'm sure waru na ndoma na ngwashi, that one is a must. Malenge, that's a must. Carrots, spinach is a plus, and a plant protein is good for starters. Then later you can start with the animal proteins when they're just maybe 9-11 months. You can now give them the minced meats. And fish, you can do fish on its own, and as pan fried fish. Fish is from 11 1 year, uko. So I think, guys, I'll just finish my video for now, and I hope that was informative. I don't think I've left out anything else apart from the basic things. Ensure you're feeding your baby with a good quality plastic spoon. Don't feed them with the metal spoon. It conducts heat, and if the food is hot, it might cause burns on their mouth. So just give them a good quality, feed them with a good quality spoon. And as I mentioned, make your utensils colorful. When you make them colorful, they always have a cognition advantage to that. So the baby will always notice my yellow cup, my green plate, my red spoon. So when when they see that, they are already psychologically ready. Oh, this is food, this is uji. So that's very important for for weaning. And I hope that was informative. Thank you for watching, and God bless you. Have a lovely time as you wean and as you give your baby those sweet food ideas. And also snacks are very important. Yogurt, grapes, fruits and yogurts are also good. And a type of snack there are these things that are called ringos. I don't know, it's ringos or ringos. Those ones, I found them good. I also at times feed them, especially when we used to go to church. They are the type of snacks I used to carry. There are also the biscuits, sugar teeth, and also there is sausages. I used to carry sausages as a snack for them, So also that's a breakfast idea. So guys, thank you so much, and may God bless you. Have a lovely time, and pass my regards to your young ones. Kisses. Just give them the advantage to learn on their own. As they feed, they will disturb you. They want to hold the spoon, they want to feed themselves. Always give them that advantage, and it is all okay for you and for your young ones. Thank you. Why? Messy. Who is so messy? Eat your mango. Israel, you're eating your mango? But do eat your mango.